Ladies and gentlemen, men and women from around the world, children of all ages, people that wear all kinds of shirts, dogs, cats, be prepared, fish, watch. We are now live. Now that means a whole hell of a lot, but we're live.
Yep.
All right. Oh my God, I got a bunch of crap to go over, but we'll take some time. Is that you or me?
What, the fan noise?
Yeah, I got it. So, man, I should have done this live stream outside. It's absolutely a beautiful night here, but it's too late now. You guys just don't get to go outside tonight.
Just gotta use your imagination how nice it is outside.
That's right. Pretend that you're outside in my backyard. I should just showed a video of my backyard, so you know.
Maybe a couple cold ones in the back there for you.
There's still a cooler back there full of drinks. I haven't. I've emptied out the coolers, but the coolers are still. They're actually sitting in the hallway back in the back by the back of the house. I haven't. I haven't put the stuff in the pantry and the refrigerator that I want to put in the refrigerator. So we're still kind of. We haven't got all picked up from the party we had last week, so we really haven't got that done yet. So, and it's Friday. We had the party Saturday, so you can tell how big of a slacker we are, or I am, because I think that's my job. You know. So, but we had a. I don't know. We had a nice little party. No dramas, no fights, no drug deals. Nobody fall down and got drunk. Nobody groped another man's wife or anything like that. So,
Jack
cool.
could show up unannounced.
Yeah, So I think it went okay. Henry is in the house. Hello, HT, and I wonder what HT. Oh, I know what HTN stands for. Hot tonight, baby. Hot tonight. How are you, Henry? Henry.
Hey,
Tim is in the house. Jack is here with us, if you haven't noticed.
Hey,
He's the one without a tropical shirt because he's not cool like me. Yeah.
I'm not a cool cat.
Tim, how are you, buddy? How are things going? Good, Henry. I'm glad you're doing well. Our party went all right. We had a party this past weekend. Now here's the problem. I got a lot to cover. And you're going to see the thing scrolling across the bottom. That's a serious thing. So we're going to talk about that because I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble. But we did have a party. Not a huge one for us. Because is it raining in the Philippines? Are you having a tropical storm or a typhoon? I saw some video footage of some rain in the Philippines, but I wasn't for sure where it was.
I think it's all north of me.
North of you?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if it's north of you, isn't it going to roll down south?
Nope. Things are uphill here. They're in the opposite world here.
Now, we had a party. I cooked chicken. I cooked ribs. I smoked a pork belly, and guess what? They stole that damn pork belly. They cut it up A couple of the women cut it up and stuck it in their purse and took it home. I had cameras everywhere. My smoked pork belly. I didn't make pork belly lechon this time where it's hard and crispy. I smoked a delicious, beautiful pork belly for 6 effing hours. And I asked a bunch of my friends, hey, did you guys taste my pork belly? What? There's pork belly? I'm like, yeah, you didn't taste it? No. So we did some detective work and we found that a couple of the women cut it up, put it in their purse, and took it home.
You know what? Next time, make two. So you only set one out. This is the stunt double.
Exactly. But hell, I paid like 15, 20 bucks for that damn pork belly. You know, not cheap. And Tim says, hasn't stopped raining here for more than a few hours and over a week. Wow. So you guys are getting a lot of rain. Welcome in and thank you for the thumbs up, everybody. If you would, shout out on your Facebook groups and pages and pick up the old telephone, send emails, send messages that we are live. Because the more we get in here, the more money I make, the less money you have to give me. So, that's my new strategy. Look, guys, more money that I can make on YouTube by you guys sharing me out and people watching my videos, liking and subscribing and sharing and all that stuff. That means the less money I have to e-bag. Let's read the ticker at the bottom of the line. I am in trouble. So, but while it's still early in the night, let me give you a little update, guys, for the record. Lily, you know, my dog, been to a bunch of different vets, got some professional opinions, and this is just a quick update. We're to the point now where we don't think her foot will ever come back, but it's not hurting her to be like this with her foot curled up, and she's kind of using it as a stub, building a callus and all that stuff. So right now, Lily is out of the woods of taking her arm off, thank God. And the only thing I feel bad about it, and this is really weird, because Lily is our high strung. She's not high strung, but she's the active dog. I mean, she's the badass dog. She's killed a rabbit and dug up a mole, chased down birds. I mean, you know, try to climb a damn tree to get a squirrel. She knows that she's handicapped now. And I'm going to tell you why. And this makes me sad. She won't jump off anything anymore because she knows that she can't land. And she knows that because she'll hurt herself. So she's figured that out. When she's outside and she's wanting to dig for toads, she tries to use her bad arm as a club, which is good. I like it. It's exercise. But when she gets tired, she knows that she has to lay down and use the good arm to try to dig the damn toad up. So and then of course, she's not the same because if she's laying on the bed and if old poo-poo the other one decides to, we better go outside and see what's happening. A lot of times Lily will just lay there and go, well, you go figure it out. And if it's really bad, bark at me and I'll come out there. But otherwise, it's too much work for me to get up and down and all around. So Henry says it's raining here. I'm getting tired of the rain now. Oh, I didn't know you guys are having a lot of rain down there.
It's sunny here right now.
All right, Jack. So give us a report from the Philippines.
Yeah, not too much to report on. I don't know. It's looks like a nice day outside. Just woke up about like an hour ago. Tried sleeping in another half hour, but couldn't do that. But still, yeah, struggling, but still alive.
All right. So how's the? You said you had a brownout. How'd that go?
Not too bad. It just took forever for the computer to boot back up.
And because I'm going to do a video on brownout in the Philippines because we went through shitloads of them and a blackout. So I'm going to get ready to make a video. So my question, Jack, is what's the difference in your mind between a brownout and a blackout?
Assuming the blackout is like will be like the whole city or whatever, which usually it happens a lot. But it's like maybe 85% is just certain areas, certain barangays, certain municipalities are just without power. Maybe due to an accident or a breaker got tripped on the line or something, or
So a brownout's more about a neighborhood, right, versus the whole town is what we're thinking.
yep.
Yeah. Henry says, yeah, it's been raining here the last few days, man. We've had beautiful weather. It got a little warm today, but man, it's been like fall weather already. Football season! Woohoo! Go Piggies! Ah, go Razorbacks! We won our game against a high school team. Woohoo! Yeah. Tim says the typhoon left the Philippines area responsibly on Tuesday afternoon. That's good.
I'll be right back.
Out of here. Brownouts are usually scheduled. So is it Tim? Because I'm making a video and I'm trying, me. So usually, and I'm glad you said usually. If it's not scheduled, is it still a brownout or is it a blackout? Because we had a survival kit for brown. Somebody saw the neighbors walking around the neighborhood and doesn't appreciate that, especially since they have big doggies. So we have kind of like a brownout kit. We have a blackout kit, an emergency kit here. But even in the Philippines, and I'm going to show some of that when I do my video about what our brownout kit was in the Philippines, and try to give some tips from my point of view. Tim, do you got any tips on how to survive the brownouts? Or do you just bear and grin it and go to the mall like everybody else? So I'm going to work on that, but it's crazy. 13 people in the house. Thank you for the thumbs up. Oh my goodness, a lot of news. If you guys haven't been following the news in America, we had a school shooting in Georgia. 4 dead, two kids, 2 teachers, high school, little bitty podunk town called Appalachia or something like that. I don't think there's been a motivation released yet. I don't know. I looked at the kid's picture today, and I hate to be this way, but he looked like somebody who was confused about his gender. So maybe he's confused about other things. I don't know. And then I haven't followed everything, but apparently his father was in the mix last year or was questioned about illegal guns or something. So, no. What I will say is, because, when I was teaching college, we did the active shooter thing regularly. And I was part of the one who developed that plan. I saw a penis.
Mm-hmm. Just the tip.
Just the tip. There's your tip, everybody. There you go. And that's actually a decent looking shirt. And we're going to talk about tropical shirts in a few minutes. But yeah, I'm actually one of the ones that put together our active shooter program. One of the ones, not the guy, but one of the ones, part of the team. But over the years, one thing I've come to agree with and think of is I think parents or whoever the child lives with should be held somewhat responsible for the shootings. I'm not saying they should go to jail for murder, but I'm just saying the parent, the guardian, whoever that kid is living with, whoever's in charge of that house, failed to take care of their child. So I look at it as child endangerment and child neglect. So they should be held accountable.
Yep.
Jack, you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
That's good. And by the way, that's I forgot. I was going. No, sorry. Here, I remember now. And just for the record, Jack, that's yes, sir. Or no, crap. What was that? What do
Yes,
they
I'm
do?
asking.
What is it? Sir, yes, sir. There you go. Never been in the military, so I had to figure out what I had to try to remember what the hell that was. Apparently, Daddy was the owner of the guns. So, and that's kind of my point. Look, I love guns. I think everybody ought to own guns. But look, you better lock those damn things up if you got kids or people in your household or your extended family that you know might be a little, unstable, prone to depression because of suicide. So it's our responsibility as a gun owner to be responsible, and that means locking those damn things away from people. That's what I think.
Mine's in Michigan. It's locked up, and I am the only one that has keys for it, and the keys are with me.
Yours in Michigan is at a pawn shop, and they used a lock cutter and cut the lock off, and your mama sold it.
Good luck, because it's registered to me. They gotta look that shit up for the pawn
I know. I'm
it.
just saying, when you get back home,
Good
finally.
luck catching that felony.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying when you get back home eventually,
You
you're
gotta be
gonna
a little bit
find
of karma.
everything.
Karma.
Yeah, everything you ever owned is no longer yours.
Probably so. That's probably why I got cut off and exiled here, so I don't go home and see all my shit's gone.
Jim says I hear C-130 warming up in the background. Oh yeah, I'm taking that's a plane or helicopter. I think a C-130 is a plane, right? A cargo plane, if I remember right, right?
Yeah.
Or am I delusional? I could be delusional because that happens to me a lot. So
It's that big
uh,
break in there.
I saw where, and this is just news, not a political point of view. Hunter Biden pleaded guilty to all 9 charges. Will be sentenced to prison in December, and his dad will pardon him in January.
I found it.
Now that's what's happened. Happened today.
Well, Trump's going up on the 16th, so for all
Right.
three.
I'm just no. It's not a political statement. It's just the news. You pleaded. He pleaded. He went to court and said, "I'm guilty of all 9 charges."
At least he admitted it.
Cargo plane. Okay. So that's interesting in the news cycle in America. That's getting a lot of play right now. And so
I think it fit like 2 or 3 of the presidential limos in the C-130.
they're heavy vehicles.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, they are. Well, they're, and I haven't kept up with it because I find it sad. But apparently they're finding more and more failures in the attempted Trump assassination. So they're finding whereas the Secret Service and the FBI and local law enforcement all screwed the pooch, so to speak. So I saw something the other day where they were talking about filing criminal charges and stuff like that, not against people that dropped the ball and doing what their job was supposed to be doing. So that's also going on here in the States, but that's an ongoing thing. It's been going on for a while.
Because me almost getting shot and killed. No one give a shit.
If it was you,
Yeah.
of course not. Why would we? Well, what I will say, and I don't care if you like Trump or not. Here's what I'm gonna tell you. If we would have saw his head explode on live TV, there would have been a civil war break out. I'm telling you, the fact that his head, he was not assassinated live on television in a public event, was just, and I'm not super religious, but by the grace of God. And I'm telling you, if he would have been shot and killed on live television, right now we would be, this country, holy shit. There would be people with weapons out their behinds going after the Democratic Party, going after people. It would be a ugly, ugly, ugly civil war.
And
Now,
really, it's
get
more
that.
the fact that the guy who shot at him was a Republican.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I mean, it really doesn't. But obviously, whether he voted once or registered as a Republican or a Democrat, really doesn't matter because his brain wasn't working right. You know what I mean? Because
That's
I don't care if you like a
important.
politician or you don't like a politician, we can't go around assassinating them. That's just not the way to do it. It's not the way to make effective change. It's not. You know, it has the opposite effect. When you assassinate a public figure, you bring more attention to that public figure. You give them more power, even in death. You make them a martyr. And I'm telling you, war would have broke out in the United States. So it's a good thing, whether you like them or not, they didn't kill over dead.
Yes.
Because me, myself, I don't want to go fight a war. And I would happy go fight a war somewhere in another country. But I don't want to see the American people doing it to themselves. You know, I mean, we have enough of that in the inner cities with the drugs and the guns, fighting and shooting and figuring out robbing, that we don't need to have it on the main street. I mean, we just don't need that. So,
And just keep having Civil War reenactments and hoping the South wins, but never does.
yeah, there's a lot of that. We have two very, very large ones in my part of the country, Perry Grove and Pea Ridge. Now, granted, they don't try to change the law, you know, or they don't do that, and they do a very good job with it. I've been to them numerous times because I had friends that were actors, and so, oh, come watch. And I'm like, all right, I've seen the damn thing 20 times. I mean, how many more?
When you say Malcolm his last 5 times, just wait.
Yeah. The only interesting thing that is interesting about the Battle of Pea Ridge, he goes in the house. Tim, I found your YouTube video of C-130 sounds that I listen to for sleep. There you go. That's a good way to do it.
Hey, Kiko.
How are you, Kiko? Welcome to the party. Make sure you read the bottom ticker because I'm in trouble. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. But at the Battle of Pea Ridge, whether anybody gives a shit or not, North and South, here's what happened. They actually got their lines inverted. So the Southerners were fighting towards the South, and the Northerners were fighting towards the North. The script was flipped. The cause wasn't flipped, but the
GPS got all messed up.
the geographical locations got flipped, which is kind of funny. So, but Kiko, we're glad you're doing well. All right, let me bring this up, and I'll bring it up a little bit later too. I am in trouble. I need your help. I bought my wife, because it's our wedding anniversary month, right? I bought her a beautiful gift. I mean, I put a lot of thought in it. I put a lot of care into it. I thought about use and function and form and beauty. She didn't appreciate my anniversary gift. She didn't appreciate the fishing pole that I bought her. So now I had to find a whole bunch of money so that I can buy her the gift that she's telling me to buy her. So I need a lot of money now because
I used to sleep on that couch.
Yeah. So She didn't appreciate the fishing pole for a 10-year wedding anniversary. I thought it was a great concept, right?
It's like, don't catch me dinner and cook it. Dang.
Well, what she really wants, Henry, Mr. Henry, kind sir, is a Louis Vuitton purse. She told me that, it's 10 years. She's put up with my happy ass for 10 years. So she deserves something nice, not a damn old fishing pole. We have our leader in the house.
Good morning, people.
What's that?
Well, Kiko, at this point, I think she is rather have me take my beachfront property and stick it somewhere so that she can get the anniversary gift she wants. So, because she just didn't appreciate the fishing pole, man, and it's a nice one. Damn. I mean, it's pretty. It has shiny parts to it.
David,
Yes, sir.
you need your ass whooped.
Why? What'd I do now?
You don't want no frickin' fishing pole for no anniversary. What? You might as well have just given her a brand new crock pot.
Well, I thought about it.
You got it on sale and you gave it to her anyway. You made a mistake.
I thought about it.
You did not think about it. I'm gonna be all over you today for this mistake.
But man, it's a nice rod and reel, buddy. Man,
You could have given it to Jack. It would have been nice for Jack.
Tim says, get her a cruise ticket so she can use the fishing pole in South. There you go, Tim. I do want to take her on a cruise next year, like to the Mediterranean, but that's not something she can hold in her hand and say, look what I got for putting up with that ass wipe for 10 years.
Hey, Dave, I found one for you. Check your messenger. Check your messenger.
What's up, people?
Everybody
What's up,
say
Tim?
hello. Master Chief, take over for a second. I got to check something.
Roger that. Oh, Kiko. I need Kiko up on the panel because he my equalizer.
Bring him in.
Kiko is my equalizer. If I say something stupid, he gonna go, all right, let me check that. Then he runs through the Rolodex. But I did hear something controversial earlier before I jumped on there. I had to fix my microphone.
What was it?
You said, Mr. David,
That's me.
that if Trump got assassinated, there would be civil war. Now, granted, that might have been, but we're gonna go back to history. When Lincoln was killed, there was no civil war.
I agree.
When Kennedy was killed, there was no civil war. When Robert F. Kennedy was killed, there was no civil war. When Martin Luther King was killed, there was no civil war. Trump is nobody to be standing up on to create that kind of havoc. If they wouldn't do it for JFK, they ain't doing it for BJT.
What we're missing, the point is, it's not about Trump the man. It's about the society that America is right now. The woke society, the chaos, the everything that's going on in America now. I think whether that was the other Kennedy up there, whether it was Bob Hope, I don't know. It doesn't really matter. If that would have happened on public live television, shit would break out like crazy because we got so much garbage going on in this country right now. All it takes is one big...
He did get shot on live TV.
Well, if his head would have exploded, if he would have been
He
assassinated...
still got shot on live TV. Ronald Reagan got shot on live TV. Gerald Ford got shot on live TV.
Yeah, but their heads didn't explode.
Kennedy's did because the Jackie went reaching for the brain.
No, I understand that, but that's a little far away compared to modern day television. So if you watch it,
Right.
and that's what I'm saying, the graphicness of the assassination of Trump would have been so vile because in today's world, we would have replayed that little blood clip of his head going in slow motion.
Yeah, I mean, but the Warren Commission did it over and over and over and over and over and over. No habla inglés.
Ah,
I get some watch hours on my channel for reposting that one. I can get money.
And then when it comes to the society as a whole as being woke, we never fell asleep.
Mm-hmm.
well, and that's
This other side blowing that word up and like making it not what it's supposed to be.
well, that's
Yeah.
what I think is really funny about the
I
whole.
made a video on that. The short.
You know, I saw somebody was talking about the fact that they went into a Starbucks out in California, right? And they had all these signs about how we don't discriminate. You know, we love everybody, we accept everybody. You know, we're pro-gay, pro-lesbian, pro-gay, pro-this, pro-that. But nothing about being pro-Jewish, you know, or pro-black or pro-Mexican. And so the person is saying, I don't understand this. All your signage says that you're pro all of these. And you're
Right, but it could be any of that pro shit. If you call yourself a Christian nationalist or whatever, and then if you read the Bible that you go by, and what does it say? Love thy neighbor, regardless. It didn't say none of that other crap.
well, but the
but then-
funny thing, right?
They can pick and choose who they love, but they don't abide by God's law. You can't have it both ways. You can't eat wheat bread and white bread.
Well, and that's my point. But my bigger point is Starbucks sells coffee. Why don't they just shut the F up and sell coffee?
That's what I'm saying.
It's kind of like the same thing with Harley Davidson and Bud Light. Just sell your damn product. Nobody cares who buys it. I mean, so why are you making a stink about one group or the other when everybody buys it and all you got to do is open your door and let people walk in? And,
But because David, rich people think they can say and do whatever the fuck they want.
but that's just what blows my mind. I'm like, I don't understand this. It's like when I did the video about Harley Davidson. It's like, why are they trying to be woke? Don't they just sell freaking motorcycles?
They got money and they think that can do all this, like Elon Musk running amok. He got the money from us. He didn't make all that money on his own.
No, he's actually really interesting. If you listen to him talk about how he made his money, how he actually was able to figure out how to use other people's money to make him money. You know, I mean, whether you like it or not, you got to go, well, shit, that was creative. You know,
The U.S. government gave him all that money.
so
That's
That-
taxpayers' money. He's a billionaire on taxpayers' money.
Yeah.
yes, yeah. And when I watch all these other rich people like Mark Cuban, Donald
Oh yeah,
that's what they do. You know, they manipulate it.
that other idiot from Shark Tank.
Yeah, same thing, right?
Ooh, because you got money. You think you think you can dictate what you want people to hear coming out of your mouth, when if poor people say something prolific, it don't carry weight. Of course it does.
I agree. I'm just pissed that they were smarter than I was.
The last time I checked, Gandhi wasn't a billionaire.
No. But he also had a different mindset about how he wanted to live his life.
Right?
So, which is, I'm not, whether you like it or not, is, I think he probably had a better concept on how to live his life. But for some people, being Mark Cuban, who now is smarter than ever because he sold the Mavericks, right? And he got a lot of money, but he still has lifelong tickets and all these other rights in the Mavericks organization without having to pay any of the taxes.
Hey, that's what rich people do. They can do what they do. But you can't.
But here's the real question, Ronald. Can you
Go
blame
ahead.
if they can work the system, is it wrong? As long as they don't break the law.
Of course, it's wrong.
Even though they didn't break the law.
Even though they didn't break the law, the system is supposed to work for everybody.
Oh, no, that ain't true.
It's supposed to work for everybody. Only the rich people get to use the system.
Well, because the rich people are the ones that made the system.
But it's supposed to be for everybody.
That's what they say. That's
Right.
kind of like the tagline. Eat dog poop. It tastes great. You know.
Old people eat dog food.
No,
They can't afford their to buy real food because they're paying high prices for their medications and shit. They'll buy dog food. They get no dog.
Right.
I remember back in the 70s when it was so bad, the elderly was eating cat food.
Mm.
And now cat food's too expensive.
Yeah, it's too expensive. Dog food. Get that 50-pound bag of old Yeller or whatever.
Old Roy, ROY.
Old Roy over
Yeah.
at Walmart.
Now that's a Walmart brand. That was Sam Walton's, his own personal brand that he fed his dog. My dogs won't touch it. They think it's disgusting. They won't eat it.
Your dogs are too high strung.
Mine will starve to death if they eat Oroy. I mean, they're like, ain't happening, man. Take that shit and get.
Remember how much I paid for your vet bill? You better eat that shit.
Yeah, you better eat that. You know. Jack sent me a picture of a Louis Vuitton purse. Is it a fake one or a real one?
Look at the price.
Is it $10? Let's see how much. Let me look at it. 2,000 pesos in stock. Yeah, that's the Chinese one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they even call it a Wooey Luluan, a Louis Vuitton. Wow.
Years ago, my mom came to the Philippines. She came home with like 2 freaking boxes of those knockoff ass purses. It's not legal to do. I would recommend doing that.
Hey, Jack,
Yes, sir.
you know what I'm going to do when I get my first anniversary with my new wife? I'm going to buy her ass some steel wool.
Boy,
Because
You
my
better-
pockets need to be clean.
is you better expand upon the use of that steel wool.
She need to clean.
yeah. It's a versatile product. We'll say that. Especially here in the Philippines.
I'm still working on David's ass because if you bought this woman a goddamn fishing pole, she already out there working when your ass is at home, and now you want me to go fishing too? I'm gonna whoop your
You gotta catch dinner and cook it?
Hey, you know,
Kiko, he likes fishing rods. Nah,
yeah,
it's a nice fishing rod.
Kiko like, I ain't buying my wife no fishing rod.
Mhm.
String my ass up to bridges in Pittsburgh.
All right, let me tell you the real story. But I'm gonna stick to my fishing rod thing, but I'm gonna tell the real story. I actually, and this it didn't work, so I'm in trouble. But what I really was going to do. So either way, I'm in trouble. So you know, So what I actually was going to do was 10 years, right? I looked it up, and I think 10 years is paper. So I was going to like give her a sheet of paper, well, and say something nice on it. I knew that wouldn't go over well, so I didn't do that. But I bought a new bird feeder with a camera in it for her. And I gave it to her and said, "Happy anniversary." And she kind of went, "Oh, yeah." So, we went to the Japanese garden a few days later in Missouri. And we went to J.C. Penney, and she bought some stuff on clearance. And when we checked out, I told her, "Happy anniversary." That kind of went over like a lead balloon. So I told her, I said, "Well, I've decided that since we've been married 10 years, I'm going to give you 10 different gifts. So whatever you buy for a month, the first 10 things are your anniversary gifts." I don't think it didn't go over well.
No, because she still got 10 pieces of paper. Yeah.
So it just didn't go over well. Oh no, Kiko, we not doing stinky damn fish or anything. We're not doing that shit. And thank God I hid the stinky fish for the party this weekend. We have some. I hid that shit back behind some other stuff in my refrigerator. I got this little cubby thingy. Man, I had like some extra butter and some other, I don't know, vegetable. I just shoved that back in the back. I didn't want them girls to find that stinky fish.
Hopefully she ain't watching this right now.
She's too busy at work. Please don't squeeze the Charmin. I like Charmin. That's what we buy.
Chico, I don't know how David is going to recover. I just don't. Your campaign is over.
I've lost.
You might as well resign. Drop out of the race.
You gotta concede.
Well, I don't think I was ever in the race.
There you were. You was doing fine for 10 years until
like Henry Green's like, yeah, you need to get her the bag she wants. But I'm poor. I spent all my money on the fishing pole. So now
You seen that bag I sent you for $51,000 or something like that last night?
Yeah, well, I don't need that much.
you need to take that fishing pole, go to the biggest mall you can find, put a hook on it, and stand over the top of the biggest balcony you can find, see where the pocketbook is, snatch, and just reel it in.
And I could do that with a little practice because I used to be really good at spot casting. Everybody say hello to our good friend Coastal Water. Hello, all.
Hello.
What's up, CW?
Thank you for being here. We're talking about my wedding anniversary and my many mistakes.
Chico talking about a Louis Vuitton fishing pole.
Oh, maybe I could print out a sticker and put that on the fishing pole and say,
Get it wrapped.
thank you, everybody, for the thumbs up, by the way.
And maybe she can print out the word murder and put it across your chest.
I'm gonna go to Japan to the forest.
We're in big trouble.
She would put accidental death across my chest. That
Yeah,
way,
so get the insurance.
she would leave a note saying he accidentally died.
Yeah,
He accidentally died in that Japanese forest.
I know.
Yeah.
With a fishing pole in his mouth.
Take me to the suicide port. You go magnet fishing and sell the scrap metal. Well, I'd take a lot of scrap metal. I only need about $3,000, maybe $400, $3,500 grand gets it.
It's cheaper in the beach house.
It is, but I want the beach house.
If you keep getting crappy gifts, the beach gonna get the house.
What about my wants? Isn't my needs important? I mean, what's wrong with a bird feeder? I better to keep off
Ah, uh,
Jack saw the bird feeder. It's pretty kick-ass.
but Jack is not the one that's getting the gift.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no. Coastal Water, let me tell you, these guys are kind of hard on me, so somebody has to take my side tonight. Do
I can't go easy on you on this one.
you want to know if I have life insurance? Well, actually, I don't.
Mm.
I'm not worth anything. I've tried to get life insurance, and I'll tell you about the life insurance story. I tried to get life insurance, but once they look at me, figure out who I am health wise, here's what they do. They offer me for like $30 a month. I can get three. No, the last one was 1500. No, sorry, it was $2,500 worth of life insurance after paying $30 a month for 2 years.
Mm.
That was my max.
Mm.
Yeah, don't tell I don't have life. Yeah, I have no value. I have no value at all. But
Yeah, you do have value. What's the price of a fishing pole?
$240.
That's your value, right?
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if I can find it. I got it saved here.
I'm pretty sure I got a policy out on my ass.
But man, it's a nice fishing pole, guys.
You cut them off away from the
Oh, my
Start
goodness.
fishing.
There it is. Let me see if I can bring it up on screen. Man, I like it.
Mm.
Once again, thank you all for being here. Make sure you do the thumbs uppy thingy. Give us a shout out. Let me go here to share screen. I got so much crap. Entire screen. Oh my God, I don't know what the hell that is.
Make sure you minimize your OnlyFans.
Cancel that. I'll figure out what's the extra camera slide. Oh, I'll see if I can
Well,
figure it out.
we appreciate your honesty on this here blow up. Cheese and crackers. I told you, I ain't gonna let it go.
Would it be eating cheese and like?
I like cheese and crackers.
I'm pretty sure you wouldn't like eating cheese and skyflakes.
I like cheese and crackers.
Yeah. Can you imagine? If David wasn't really thinking, he would have just bought a bucket of bacon. Yeah.
Let's see if I can find.
I'm going downstairs to smoke because I done heard enough.
Enough of the good stuff.
Man, oh man, of shutters.
More expensive, yeah. Skydiver policy, the naked skydiver policy. I could do that. Lindbergh cheese on sticky. Ooh, man, and I like cheese. I'm not for sure how to bring that up.
What would cancel which one out?
What's that?
Which one would cancel which one out?
I don't think they would. I think you would have a combination chemical reaction and it'd kill you twice as fast.
Mm-hmm.
What is that can of fish that they have over there in Holland or something with that?
Oh.
They open up this can of shit and it smells like straight up
It
ass.
starts with that S,
Yeah. That nasty shit.
but it seems you open a can, it just like kind of explodes.
Yeah, because it's already fermenting like madness in there.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean lutefisk?
Stromig.
Oh.
Michael's in the house. What's going
What's
on,
up,
Michael?
Something other than that.
Warm. Mr. McFarland's in the house. Love stinky fish. I figured you would. Kiko, tell the truth. He says you know you love it. Now, I think I've dropped the link if anybody wants to join the panel here. Ronald's been giving me a hard time. He's not happy with me tonight. He's trying to give me sage advice. But man, it's a nice fishing pole, boys and girls.
Does it come with bait or any tackle?
Here, there it is. Can you see it? Can you see it? Can you see it? Man, look at that baby. That's a nice fishing pole.
Is she left-handed or right-handed?
Dude, who cares? It's for me. I mean, it's universal. I mean, you can switch it back and forth. Come on. No,
Yes, for me.
yeah, that's pretty damn impressive. You're right, Kika. My rod is very impressive. See, I mean, it's a nice one. I would have thought she would have been happy. All right, let's remove it.
Like a walking stick, also.
See, Kiko likes it. Henry likes it. Yeah, left-handed or right-handed. That's right. And I'm left-handed. So, I actually can fish either hand, and I do, depending on which way I'm going and what I'm doing. And yeah, I can do either. So
Left-handed people are more accident-prone.
are they? I thought we were just smarter and better.
Especially with chainsaws.
With what sauce?
Chainsaws. They're meant for right-handed people.
Well, yeah, that's why we have left-handed chainsaws.
They spin the other way.
Or you just go the other way. Come on, you hold it, Come on. I'm actually pretty good at being either-handed, believe it or not. What do we call that? Ambidextrous? That's me. I don't like to do certain things out of the way, but most things.
Here comes a stranger.
Yeah, see, Michael's right on target. Michael is right on target. Now look, Ronald, smoking Ronald. My wife likes to fish. I have very special fishing equipment for her. That's easy for her to use, that she can't break or mess up. So I don't have to keep messing with her stuff while I try to fish. See? So what's the difference between right and left-handed? You mean fishing poles or reels? The crank.
You ever use a left-handed fork?
Of course, I use one every day.
It's a pain in the ass. I'm right-handed.
Yeah, I don't like the right-handed forks.
Mm-hmm.
Is
that a right-handed pen or?
This is a left-handed pen.
Okay.
I'm just telling you. I know. The one card game I'm active, Go Fish. I don't remember Go Fish. Fishing poles in their hand. That's right. Oh, what's the difference between left and right-handed fishing pole? Nothing. But the real one's important.
The side you all cranks on.
Maybe it's just the side. One gets more sun, and one gets more water reflection. Yeah, the left and the right. See? I don't know. I don't know why you guys don't get it. But
I got a right-handed lighter.
See? And I'm going to buy my wife that purse, and it can go either way, left or right-handed. Because it has a strappy thingy on it that you can unhook.
Well, it's ambidextrous. You use it in both hands to swing it on you. But what you do is, to be a smart ass, buy the bag and fill it full of fishing tackle.
But I don't want her to hurt my fishing tackle.
But
No,
yeah, fish tackle for her new pole. Plus, She's got the purse now.
Yeah, but she may throw my fishing, my tackle on the ground or something. I don't know, man. I keep good track of my fishing tackle. Tim wants to know about the left-handed ice cream scooper. That's right.
Oh, those are horrible.
What about a left-handed clock? Do you think they make right and left-handed clocks?
I think I could find that on Temu.
Temu? Yeah, you probably would on Temu. Left-handed baby oil. Yeah, I made left-handed ribs this weekend for the party. Oh, by the way, let me get this out there. We're having another party. Everybody's invited. Let me find the damn calendar. We're having a party October Saturday the 26th. It's a costume party. It's a Halloween party. Everybody's invited. And thinking of ribs, because I make awesome food, but I told you guys that those ladies stole my pork belly, didn't you? Did I tell you all that? Man, I made a smoked pork belly. It is so good and so beautiful. I saw them cut it up, wrap it up in a paper towel, and they stuck it in their purse. And then we're going to go see the Vice Grande guy on the 19th of this month. Somebody needs to help me with that one. Hey, that should be punishment enough for the fishing rod, don't you think?
That's punishment enough for that work video.
Have to go. Take care, everyone. Really appreciate you, my friend. Be safe. Talk to you soon. Will I cover your airfare? Absolutely. I will cover your airfare. I will get my left-handed piece of paper and put it right on top of your airfare.
Mm-hmm.
I am happy to cover it.
I have some right-handed rubber checks.
So apparently we're having a gigantic Halloween party. There's already like 40 or 50 people saying they're coming. I hope that goes down by 80 or 90%. But everybody's welcome to that. That's if I survive the month of the anniversary. This is our anniversary month. It's 10 years. I think I've gotten old looking in the 10 years. I got a haircut today. You guys notice? I looked in the mirrors and said, man, that guy looks like he's old. Man, when he got married, he was young and handsome and rich. Now look at him. He's like an old gray hair poor guy. Don't get too wet, Ronald. Ronald likes it wet, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
He's talking about his future wife already, man. He's only been there a month. He's talking about his future wife. Pinatulo smoking too, Jeff. Is probably everybody smokes. Smoke it.
I think it's always been.
My pork belly was, man, it was beautiful too. But we did a video today, came out today, that everybody should go watch. I'm going to ask you to share it with the world because everybody needs to see it. It's about the proper etiquette or the behavior or the way to host a Filipino party as the American or as the guy. So I give some excellent advice about how to be the man host of a Filipino party. And I don't mean a man whore. I mean a man host.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think, Jack? You agree?
Yep.
Ronald says it's not raining that much there, Tim. So is the rain's pushing through then, guys? Is that what the deal is?
I think it's all north of me.
Well, we're still working on the contest. Ronald's going to be a remember our tropical shirt contest? Jack's in the spirit. We have Scotty is going to be a YouTuber host or a judge. Sorry. Jack is going to be a YouTuber judge. We have Ronald down to be a non-YouTuber judge. So I need another non-YouTuber judge and another YouTuber judge. And then we're going to have our tropical shirt contest. And I got the grand prize, the backup prize, or the secondary prize, right here in front of me. Get some food and drink and stay in your bedroom. Get caught up here. My belly ain't as booty as it was. Yeah. I don't know. Why do women age better than men? I had this conversation with somebody at the party the other night. We were talking about women. And we've came to the conclusion at the party that American women, white women, American women, age really, really, really bad in comparison to Asian women.
Might be all that METH. I don't know.
Tim says, don't judge anything unless you are a judge. That's right. So I need a judge. All right. So the grand prize is going to be this brand new, beautiful men's watch. The grand prize. Grand prize. I will pay for the shipping within the United States. It's about a 300 change watch. Retail about $329, I think. Ronald says, have to go to me and get my passport and ACR. Yeah.
My card. Get your alien card.
He's got to prove that he's an alien.
Yep.
Second prize will be this watch, which I will pay the shipping on. Another brand new men's watch. It's valued about $189.
Okay,
Third prize for the contest is an autographed picture of me.
Woo. Does it come framed?
No, you got to buy your own damn frame.
There's no authentication or anything like that, so it'll be worth money one day.
I'll sign it, and I'll sign on the back. This is my true signature, and sign it again. How's that?
Your social security number in the back, and
Yeah, my bank account information and all of that stuff. You know, so Tim says I don't even wear a watch. Well, Tim, I wear watches. I collect watches, and but I don't wear them a lot. Pico. Woo! No one ages well. Gary is lurking. Is Gary lurking?
I got my watch.
There you go. That's a big one.
Mm-hmm.
Gary, hopefully Gary's feeling better this week. Tim says he doesn't have an alien registration card because he's not an alien. So he's a human. So you should have your SRRV card. So yeah, if I understand it right, if you do have an SSRV card, you don't get the alien registration card, right? Because that substitutes for that, right? Is what I understand.
Supposed to, but Michael says they say you have to get it.
Well,
It doesn't cost a lot of money, you know.
yeah, the SSRV visa, I think, trumps the alien registration card.
If you can afford the SSRV, you can afford, the iCard. So ain't nothing compared to SSRV.
Nightbot is telling the professor that he's a bitch.
Damn, Nightbot. Called out the professor like that.
Man, the nerve of that damn thing. So, I know what I read last time was they've dropped the monetary levels currently for SSRVs, if I remember right, I think they've dropped some of the dollar amounts.
From what I last heard, it was like 35,000.
I don't think it's as much as anymore. So, yeah, who the hell is Nightbot? That's what I mean. Everybody on here to tell Nightbot to go.
Mm-hmm.
I got a yellow flag for last week's live stream because of Kiko. Did you know that, Kiko? I got a yellow flag last week because of you.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. I don't eat spam, Nightbot. That's right. Spam is a pork product, and Ronald doesn't touch that shit.
I think Nightbot drinks the tap water.
Yes. Nightbot has the runs.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we had a good party. Wasn't huge. We only had about 20 people, 25 people in and out of the house. Went well. So the professor is going to get his. Oh, he goes wanting to know why he got me flagged for a yellow card. Because Kiko, you got me bent out of shape about those thieving food thieves at the college. And apparently I let off one or too many swear words.
Whoops.
So they restricted my monetization to certain advertisers because of my adult content. Ronald says he gets it in 2 months. Michael's in the house. I've had mine for 3 years now. Are you sure, Michael? Michael, you're welcome to join the panel if you like, if you're able to. Not for sure if you're able to. The professor is saying hello to you, Tim. If you're a prior military, you can get the SRRV courtesy visa. Yeah, for about $1,500 plus fees. That's what I remember. They really came down and they did adjustments on it. And I know there's another visa, like an early retirement visa. I don't know. I can't remember if it had military or not to do with it. A lot of the Koreans and Japanese men were doing. You needed $30,000 and you could retire like at 50 or 48 in the Philippines, and they've jacked that up from $30,000 to $50,000 to try to keep all of those younger people from China and Korea from retiring in the Philippines and doing whatever.
Yep.
I know, Kiko, it was free food for them. They're still going to poke them in the eyeball.
I wonder what YouTube's going to think about when you come out with that cooking video.
About which video?
The cooking video. And you're wearing an apron.
Well, yeah. Look, Jack knows this. I've decided when I start doing my cooking videos, right, because they're so popular on the internet, all I'm going to do is wear an apron. That's it. Well, I'm going to wear shorts because, not that gross. But I want to be like those girls. I'm just going to wear an apron and tie it nice and tight. And I'm going to walk around my kitchen, sideways and cook you guys some food in hopes of getting some likes and subscribes and some shares.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's what it was. And I think at 50, they even jumped up the dollar amount. So from 30,000 USD to 50,000 USD because they were having a lot of Koreans. I did see
7 more years to go, but no, I can do it.
Well, yeah, but you're already retired, man. Mr. Michael says, yes, 3 years, they've changed the minimum age to 50 and made the money go up. And I think it should be up there. I mean, you don't need a lot of young people that have a lot of money coming to the Philippines and hanging out, Should make it a little harder. Did you swear something? No. But so would you guys like to see me wearing just an apron in the kitchen? That's the question of the night. Besides the fact I need money to buy Lorelai a wedding anniversary gift because I spent it on a fishing pole. So
Is,
over 3K
is
now.
Lorelai gonna be filming?
Huh?
Is Lorelai gonna be filming?
Well, if she does, she might be getting all hot and bothered. I
Mhm.
probably have to do it alone in the kitchen
You're like, oh, we have to take a break right now.
and do it. And,
It's burning up.
yeah,
Oh, and we're back, and it's on fire.
I have to do it when she's at work. Professor says over 3K now for the SRR visa. The administration fees are around $1,500. Kiko says no, and more no. So what I'm hearing from you, Kiko, is you would like to see those videos. That's what I'm hearing. I see that you say no, but I'm feeling yes.
Yeah, he's vibing, we'll say.
Hmm. I want to tell you about something I got in the mail today. Ronald saying, no, still 20K, US under 50. $20,000. I thought I read where they were bumping that up. They were jumping that price up to slow the immigration rate down. I got an email today, Jack. I should have saved it, but I forgot so I could read it to you.
I didn't do it.
Oh, maybe it's in my delete file. I got an email today from somebody, and I like this. They had one of my old home addresses, right? And they had a picture of a house that they said was mine, but it was actually 2 doors down. Shot from Google Earth. And, oh, looky here. Kiko says, yes, I would love to see you naked. That's to form the alternate sex perspective. Oh. Gary's in the house. Hello, Gary. How are you? Good to have you here. You're welcome to join us on the panel if you like. So I get this email today. And so I read it because I like to have fun. And it says, dear blah, 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 my name, which you can find on county records. And it says, you do not know who I am, but I know who you are. I have been watching you for a number of years. And you do not know this, but I have planted a virus into your world, and I know all of your bank account information. I know all the dirty websites you've ever been to. I know all of your friends and all of your contacts. And unless you give me 2,000 USD by clicking on that little, what do you call those, Jack?
A link?
No, one of these scanny thingies.
Oh, QR code?
Yeah. So unless I clicked on that and paid them 2,000 USD, they were going to disclose all of my horrible secrets in life.
Mhm.
And it warned me, if you delete this, it's only going to be worse for you in the future, so you better pay now.
Oh, boy.
Just mine.
Mm-hmm.
Michael says the U.S. only holds 2% of all of the SSR visa holders. All right, well, that's good. Yeah, the articles I was reading was talking about Koreans and Chinese coming over at a younger age, retiring. They didn't have to put that much money in the bank, like 30,000 USD, the equivalent of. And they were talking about that they needed to raise the age limit and the dollar limit to persuade them from not doing this, because I guess the negative effect was a lot of them were marrying Filipinas and then running businesses that way. So that's part of what I remember.
There's a lot of people that do that.
Yep. Big man Gary's Kiko said, Gary, you're alive.
Like,
17 million in the house. How
I'm
many?
not gonna call anybody out that does that shit here.
Yeah. There's a lot of guys that come over do just that, don't they, Jack?
Yep.
They take advantage of the situation, whether they're Japanese, Chinese, and or American.
Oh,
Already,
yeah.
they do it. And I know a couple personally that do it. To be honest, I really do. That and look, I'm going to do a video about something like our 5 biggest mistakes. But I was talking to my brother the other day about crap, because that's what we do. And I told him, I said, well, Laurel, and since we had the money to do it, what we should have done was bought a resort. We should have bought a resort and ran it as a business. That would have gave me something to do in the Philippines.
There you go.
I would have. So we had the cash. We could have easily bought a resort, but we didn't do it. But I think that would have gave us a purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Gary, let me ask, pay attention. Are you feeling better? I know last week you said you were not feeling well. So we're hoping that you're feeling better, Gary. I find it's difficult to laugh, to what? To pee? To put up with the women there? Or what are you talking about? Like, you find it's hardly difficult?
Just water away all the mosquitoes.
Difficult to be alive, Gary. Difficult to stay handsome because us bearded men are the most handsome. He said he still has a congestive cough.
You gotta acclimate to the weather and the pollution and stuff here.
You do. Maybe take up smoking. Maybe that would help. I don't know.
Yes. Oh,
Just ask Jack. He smokes and he doesn't cough.
Mm-hmm.
He goes asking, does it burn when you pee, Gary? Maybe that's the problem, Gary. Maybe it's, didn't we have a Dr. Jack was going to be Dr. Pee-Pee, right? So maybe Jack can give you advice about what doctor to see. Michael says that he manipulated the United States government into paying for his and took advantage of the stimulus checks. Well, Michael, shame on you for manipulating the United States government. I never thought you would do such a thing.
Mine are just rotting in my frozen bank account. It's awesome.
UTI, University of Tennessee International?
Yep.
That's what, Gary may have does a UTI cause a chronic cough?
I think
Maybe.
they do race car academy or something like that. They're building race car motors and stuff.
I guess if it's hard to pee, you may want to cough.
Mm-hmm. Don't push too hard, I guess.
Yeah.
It might be a stone.
Yeah, now look, when I died, one of the times, that was one of my problems. I had so many kidney stones that they clogged up my kidneys, and that's where I got sepsis from. My kidneys, and I didn't know this at the time, obviously, my kidneys became swollen and infected. And that was led me into the coma. So, difficult to practice Tagalog. I speak Tagalog when I'm out and about. The people respond by practicing their English. Well, of course, Gary.
And it's funny trying to do that when you start to speak the language around where you're at. They start giggle and laugh and smile first, then they'll try to speak English.
They do. Depends on who you interact with, Gary. You can always just listen to it on TV, Gary. you know. But a lot of them want to practice their English if they're going to feel like they're not going to be judged. If they feel comfortable enough where they're not going to be scrutinized in their vocabulary. You know, I've been working for years on buying for teaching Lorelei the correct pronunciation of certain words, and so you got to be really careful when you correct. You know, but since she's in America, I think it's important for her to pronounce certain words in a business setting the way that it's spoken here.
Yep.
But Gary, maybe they don't want you to talk Tagalog because they go, "What in the hell is he saying?" Maybe they're like, "Man, it'd be easier if you just speak English because then we could understand you."
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they don't want to hear Tagalog from me. Trust me. The construction workers calls out to me in English. Well, yeah, because they think your Tagalog sucks.
Mm-hmm.
They're like,
Yeah.
please, no, don't speak to us like that. I don't know what you mean. You know, or maybe they speak Messiah.
Pay us some money so we can deal with it.
Yeah, just give us money, honey. Money, honey. Beautiful beaches. Beautiful. Kiko, I'm still looking for $3 million to buy a beach house. But right now I need about $4,000 to buy Lorelei Louis Vuitton purse. Super chats are welcome. PayPal is out there.
3
Open up
million.
your wallets. Open up your hearts. Fill my coffer so I can have a beach house and give Jack 1% of every dollar I earn. 1 cent of every dollar I earn.
Oh boy.
And remember,
A kilo of rice soon.
yeah, the more you donate, the more money Jack gets.
Mm-hmm.
So that he can get his ticket home. Punctuation.
Pronunciation.
So, let's see. I got a bunch of notes here. So, Jack, what's going on in the Philippines? Gary, anybody want to give us a Filipino update besides the weather? Jack, how's what men really want to know, Gary, Tim, Ronald, what men want to know is how are the women in the Philippines?
Depends on where you go, how you meet them, how many kids they got.
Because
Like
they
me,
don't care.
I look for a girl that has no kids.
Okay.
A lot of people, American or any other country, try to come here and try to be Captain Save. And like, oh, I got money, I could pay for this. And then they're asking you stupid questions online about, oh, should I be paying the mom off? Should I be paying the family, paying all the bills? No, you shouldn't get yourself in that situation in the first place. Like people do complain about things like that, but
This isn't a
just
family
come
show.
here and enjoy yourself. Then meet a girl. Don't go on. Don't really go online because they most likely have a lot of kids. But the thing is, you don't want to be paying for the whole family. Find a girl that has a job, a steady job, not just doing things on YouTube. YouTube don't really pay much.
And what's really funny in America, that's what the women say about the American men. I'm an American man who has a job. This is a family show, and I got a yellow card last week. I know what you said, but I switched it to my own version. I don't give advice on women or budgets. I just give advice to women on budgets.
Because the first 2 women I dated here years ago, the family quit their jobs, and I was paying for everything. I'm like, the first one I'm paying for to help bury the dad, I buried a brother. I'm like, I'm done with this. And she calls me again, like right after we broke up, and she's like, "Can you send me money? I'm trying to bury my other brother." I'm like, I'm not believing this. You know, send me something proving that he's dead. I can't right
Grandma
now.
died 12,
I can't. I
Grandma
can't. Right,
died 12 times last year. You know that, right?
oh yeah, that reminds me. I need to do a live stream about my seventh time my grandma died this year. Came back
I
from the
want to
grave.
talk shit about somebody, so you guys hold on. I want to talk a little bit of shit about something you guys all kind of know. But let me answer Kiko. Kiko, we want to know what the favorite fishing rod is. Fishing rod is a Shakespeare. Love them, absolutely love them. Will buy them over anything else. Shakespeare rods. When it comes to a reel, it's a lose reel. And I will take all you want to send me. Sugar daddy. Woohoo. Now, all right, I got to figure out how to tell you this story without being those those were step grandparents. That's right. Those were extended family grandparents that died 12 times last year.
Yep.
So we have some drama going on. As you all know, my wife, who needs a Louis Vuitton purse because it's our wedding anniversary, has a relative that's living in America doing a job in a big city who's become a real prima donna, right? So when she was back in the Philippines over the summer break, man, they went ape shit crazy. They've been spending money like $2 hookers. I mean, they've been. I feel really bad. As long as they don't ask me for money, I don't care. But, whoo, man, shit's gonna come back and bite them in the ass. But that's fine. So apparently, her children would like to come to the United States, but the mother don't want them to come to the United States because the children may have a better life than the mother, because the mother is going to go back and live in the Philippines in a few years when her contract is up, and she probably won't get an extended. If she does, she only gets 2 more years. So she's pissed because her children like their auntie, and their auntie has said, yes, if you become a nurse and you come to America, you can come and stay with me and get married and do whatever you're going to do in life, blah, 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 blah. So mommy apparently is a drama queen mommy. She doesn't like any of that. So what? We had a conversation with one of the children a while back, a few months ago. And the conversation was about, because Lorelai's always encouraging them to go to school and make good grades and think about the future. Don't get married, don't get pregnant. You know, she's always doing those good auntie things. Don't become an alcoholic yet. Wait until you're 12. Stuff like that. You know, she's always trying to do a good job as an auntie, being very encouraging. So she was telling this one particular one who wants to come to America as a nurse. That she told her, said, "Look, I know your mom's going to throw a bit fit, but if you need us to, we will pay for your education, no strings attached." Well, Mama doesn't like that because then Mama can't control the child. But in the conversation that came up, her and Lorelai were talking, and I told Lorelai, I said, Lorelai, why don't you tell her this and do this as an incentive? And this is the honest to God truth. We don't have any kids. I have one brother that I'm close with, but he has way more money than we ever do. And his kids and grandkids don't need our money. So I told Lorelai, I said, it is okay to tell the one or whoever that immigrates over here and can live here, that if they're in your life as you get older, you will leave them everything that we have to them, because who else are we going to leave it to? So, which I'm fine with. I don't care. I don't have anybody to leave it to. I'm never going to leave it to anybody else in my family. So Lorelai mentions this and tells, she said, just between us, that if you do immigrate here and things are going well for you, we will leave you in the will. David will be dead by then. I'll leave you my house, my cars, my money, my bank, everything will be yours. Apparently, one of the other kids heard it and told Mama. Oh my God. So shit has hit the fan because we would be willing to give our inheritance to one of those children, but not the mother. So the mother kind of threw a fit and said, "Well, I'm gonna send you back everything you ever sent me, you know." So, Jack. So I'm still waiting for the car or the truck that we bought him, the TV, the washing machine, the bed furniture, to be shipped back to America, or to be shipped to America, because she's given it all back to us. Everything we've ever bought them, given back to us. And I haven't. So, and apparently now, the one in the big city, they're not vibing. The sisters are no longer getting along with each other, not vibing, which is okay with me. I don't really care. But here's the funny thing. So now Lorelai doesn't have ability to talk to the kids anymore. Mama's cut them off and said, you can't talk to your auntie because you like auntie better than me, you fucking children. So,
I want the money.
Right. So we saw on Facebook, though, because the mother has to approve everything these children post. Now, remember, there's 2 of them over the age of 18, and the rest are like 17, 14, and then a couple of twins that are like 4 or 5. So remember, they're, semi-adults, and they've had Facebook pages a long time. But now Mama mandates what goes on their Facebook page. But they did post, they had birthdays the other day for the 2 oldest. Now, remember, my rule is once you turn 18, we don't give you any money for birthday. Everybody under the age of 18 gets a birthday stipend. But once you turn 18, you're on your own. So we didn't have to send them any money. But since Mama's rich now, they had a big party for these 2. And I saw the pictures, and I told Lorelai, I said, these kids look miserable. They look depressed and sad. You can see the circles around their eyes. They look like shit. And their mother has only been back in the States a couple of weeks because of school starting. And so I asked, and Lorelai couldn't say anything, but I asked her, I said, what in the hell is wrong with these kids? They look sick. They look like they're beaten to a pulp, and miserable and depressed. So,
She sounds a little toxic.
Tim says, I was told a man died. It was the 3rd time he died. I had lunch with him a week after he died. There you go.
Nice.
I thought you were going to say you and your wife are now on a hit list. No, I'm on a hit list. Ronald's pointed out quite rightly today, right, Jack?
Yep.
Indeed.
Woohoo, Ronald! That I'm on a hit list because of the fishing pole situation. Kiko, all the iPhones too. Yeah, the iPhones too. You got to get those back. The beds, the sheets, the blankets, the food they ate. I don't want the food they ate back. I don't want anything back. But they're family oriented. That's it, Kiko.
Yeah, they got it twisted.
Yeah.
Yeah, you be
Family
family.
oriented.
That's
But
it.
I tell everybody what to do. No, you don't.
That's a very loosely used word here.
But these have been kids, even with their mother being the way she is all these years, mean, the Filipino meanness. These are good kids. They're happy kids. But man, they at their birthday party, they look like somebody had literally sucking the life out of them.
David,
Was my mom there?
it's not a Filipino thing. It's a personal thing. Everybody got family members in every fucking different nationalities that act like that.
Agreed. 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 I just go back to the kids.
Did my mom show up to that party?
Your mother,
Yeah.
Oh, she's the queen of all that.
your
Oh, yeah.
mother is my wife's sister's tutor.
Oh yeah. This is how you do it.
Your
My sister Deborah, she matriarch now because mom passed and dad passed and the older brother passed. So I'm patriarch. She matriarch. She thinks everything goes through her. Never.
Mm.
As long as I got balls and the dick, patriarch go first. You stand by.
Mm-hmm.
well, I have a rule: unless you pay my bills, you can kiss my ass. So
And if you don't buy my clothes and buy my food, kiss my Blizzanack is an ass.
that's it. He goes as the Leach family, all leeches. That's right,
Mm-hmm.
and we don't mean the
Sounds
good
like
type
where
of
I'm
leech.
living at.
So it's not a Filipino thing where one asshole decides to take control. It's everywhere. You got Italian moms, Irish moms, fucking British moms, German mothers. Oh, they all act the goddamn same way.
Put it in.
Think they running things.
But don't they know that it's? I don't know. Maybe I'm just too simplistic. But do they really think it works? You think long term that the children can grow up and go, "Gee, my mom was so good to us. She only beat us with a wooden board 8 or 9 times a week."
Mm-hmm.
Ask Jack. Ask Jack. Filipino children like, nope, I ain't supporting you. I ain't doing this. I ain't doing that.
Yeah.
There you go.
And then if they marry to a foreigner, the foreigner gonna be like, we ain't doing that. And then they'll tell them, we ain't doing that. What they gonna do then? Nothing.
Exactly.
Nothing.
Just sit back in the back and be miserable.
Yeah, because when the foreigner thinks that, oh well, this is a third world country, they're poor, and your attitude is not poor. It's piss poor.
Mm-hmm.
I like my
That's how
kids. If you paid my bills, I piss all day, every day, but that's never happened. You got that right, buddy.
No.
Yeah, I have a really big family. I have one that I talk to because of just what you're talking about. When, years ago, I had a brother call me up and tell me how I need to be living my life, how my life is so bad, even though he
Ouch.
lives far, far away, has no clue where I am. So I laughed at him, and I basically told him to shut the F up and hung up on him. I said, "And don't bother me again because you have no clue."
I don't even talk to anybody in this type of family.
Right. That's what I told my kids.
You try to reach out and talk to me. Nothing. Not a word. Not a peep.
Look at this. Look at Gary. Gary says, "I would like to say that my Filipino reminded me I have to wash the dishes, then hand wash the clothes."
Oh,
Gary.
you ain't washing shit.
You gotta wash it. Really?
No, Gary. Remember this.
You're getting brainwashed, everybody.
Yeah, go ahead.
Earthy, you gotta.
You think we believe you, Gary? We don't believe you.
I could believe it. It could be true.
Well, if it is true, then your Filipino relationship is upside down.
Big brother Gary, I don't want to say that, we are the prize, but we are. When you go, everything goes. That's like a Tootsie Roll in your mouth.
He goes, "Why says, get on it, Gary. Pronto, bitch."
Mm-hmm. Where's my sandwich?
Now, number one, you tower over all of them, Gary.
Mm-hmm.
At 6'3", I'm not washing a goddamn dish.
Mm-hmm.
If it wasn't for me, have any dish.
I've never had a Filipina either in America or in the Philippines ask me to wash a dish.
Same here.
I can't do shit up in here. Unless I get bored and say, I do it on my own. Then
Right.
they let me.
I wash dishes here all the time when Lorelai's not home, but nobody's ever asked me to do it. I just do
Yeah,
it.
I got two loads of laundry I could do. I gotta hand wash in the sink because people
Yeah,
are
but-
awesome back home.
But you don't have a live-in.
I do, but you know how that works.
Right.
You got to pay them.
Maybe Gary isn't giving her the right motivation.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know, I'm an angel in disguise. I can pull one of those Zeus moves, go in there and beat it up real good, make it look like I look like Gary, and then she'll think it was him.
Jump off a dresser right into it.
Mm-hmm. Drop a whole platter in there.
Oh, I got the wrong one.
Uh-oh.
Maybe I had the wrong one. Tim says, they're lucky if I rinse my Milo cup.
I'm serious.
I never touch a dish in the Philippines. Here I do it because, no, I'm the only one here.
I got one microwave bowl that I clean on my own. That's it. And my bathroom.
I got 6 dishes I gotta do after this.
Yeah, right. See, talking that shit. You gotta get to it.
I'm practically here alone. Big your mouth, yeah. Because there's just nothing.
I'm under consensus that if you create the mess, clean the mess.
Mm-hmm. And I do the laundry for us because Lorelai works a full-time job. So I do the laundry and I don't have a job.
And when I mess up my room, I don't want nobody to clean it up. I did it. I'll clean it.
But I think I tell Lorelai all the time, but baby, you do such of a better job than I do. It'd be really good when you get off at midnight that you could just spend 3 or 4 hours doing everything.
David, stop digging a hole, because if you told her that and then you get her a fishing pole,
There you go.
she deserves better.
You know,
I ain't gonna never let you down.
we do, Kiko. We have an automatic, a dishwasher. But what I try to do, like Ronald and everybody, is we try to use only like just a couple of dishes so you can hand wash them and let them dry, then use them again and over and over and over.
And boom, if you only got one mouth,
Yeah, there's only 2 of us and the dogs.
right?
And the dogs have their own special bowls. So
You just take the dishes and throw them on the floor with the dogs looking clean, reusing
Yeah.
good.
put them back in the cabinet.
I don't see people that do that. You'll probably see that on the internet. It's kind of gross, but
Yeah, that is gross.
see
When
people
I
that-
lived in my apartment by myself, you know what I'm saying? It was only me. One mouth, one ass. Only had one ass to clean in the bathroom and one plate, spoon, and the fork, a bowl, and the cup.
Kiko says his wife folds his shirts better than he did at boot camp. You know what I have the hardest time folding is freaking towels. I can't get those damn things square for anything.
I don't like it when I gotta figure out where the fucking tag is on the towel.
Mm.
Damn, you're right. You'd be lucky to be allowed to stay in the backyard. I like the backyard though. I got kind of if you see my video about how to be a host of a Filipino party, I got my own little niche out there. So I don't mind the backyard. But we're having a freaking Halloween party, right? But not by my doing. But she told me today, she's like, since it's going to be kind of chilly in October, why don't we use the garage as a disco room? And I'm like, why would we do that? And she's like, well, there's be like 50 or 60 people here. And I'm like, fuck, why can't they go outside? It'd be dark. And she's like, well, but you're going to have to clean up the garage. And I'm like, that's my point. Why in the hell
Right.
I don't want to clean up the garage.
You'd be like, hey, you can clean the garage better than I do.
Well, yeah. Well, I told you, the funny thing, we're always looking for good deals at Walmart and clearance sales.
Mm-hmm.
After the food, that's right, Nico. So we saw some pool table balls. Can't remember what you call it, billiard sets at Walmart, and they were like $3 or $4 on clearance off of the regular price, just $3 or $4. Lorelai saw them and said, "Oh man, these are really cool. We should buy these." And I'm like, "Why should we buy balls for a pool table when we have no pool table?" Well, we can get a pool table. And I'm like, okay. And where are we going to put this pool table?
In the middle of the garage.
Right. And I said, one, we don't have $4,000 to $5,000 to blow on a pool table. And two, it means it's going to go in the garage where your car goes. That means every morning when you go out to work, every night, you're going to be stuck out in the freezing cold. Well, that took care of that.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
No pool table. We like to park there. I got the garage set up where she on the park, and then my truck stays outside.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I got another good story. Another good story. Oh my God, I love this story. And you guys know, the person. So anyway, the long story is like my old beat up truck. I'm putting some running boards on, but they are on sale. They fifteen rods are on sale. Oh they were $3 off for the stupid cue balls. All right, so I'm putting running boards in my truck, and I got a really good deal on them. I went out the other day and to mount them, and I couldn't get the body bolt loose on my truck, right? And I'm telling you, I know I'm old and I'm fat and I'm not as strong as I was, but I couldn't get these things to bust loose. I mean, couldn't do it. So I'm like, all right, I'll just hire somebody to install these stinking running boards that I could do myself. But I called a buddy and said, hey, do you know anybody that does light mechanical work? And told him what the problem was and what the need was. He said, yeah, just come over this weekend. We'll do it. I'm like, great. Okay, great. So I got a buddy who used to be married to a Filipina, who's not anymore, who's happier than ever because he's divorced. So I'm going to go over this weekend, watch the Razorback game, get the truck fixed. But funny thing is this. The Filipina, who's all been, you guys have seen before, God. Apparently, recently she met a man. And apparently, recently, she's pissed off at the man because the man did not pay for her manicure. Even though the man, she lost her earbuds, right? Her iPad, those whatever. And she lost them. So he generously bought her a new set of I don't know what they're called, earbuds. So bought her a new set of those. Not cheap, which is very good. But she was telling my wife, how girls talk, and Lorelai's telling me that she's all pissed off at this guy because he didn't pay for her manicure and take her running around to pay her bills and pay her bills. She told him, yeah, oh no. She told him, look, I need to go pay my bills and get a manicure. And he said, well, okay, I'll call you when you're done.
Oh man.
She's dumping this guy who bought her a $200 pair of earbuds and took her out to some nice dinners and had some nice times because he won't pay her bills and pay for her manicure.
I don't even know how maintenance.
The manicure part. I can understand the manicure part. It starts with man.
Exactly. Ego, you and I are brothers, man. We have so much crap right behind me on sale. We can give it away. Like, why are we spending money to give away? I don't even like people.
Shit, that's crazy.
Yeah, and see, and that's the thing. The husband, the guy, my friend, who we have to be careful now because they're divorced. Got to play that whole game, but he's a really good guy. I mean, a really good. He's very talented when it comes to mechanical stuff. He's one of those guys that can
Cannabis?
mechanical. He can
Oh,
he can figure out anything. He can look at it and think about it, and he can figure out shit. Really good at it. But hell, he makes like 100 grand, and in this part of the country, that's big money. So she
big money.
divorced him because she wants richer, bigger, and better. But what's funny is she lost in the divorce case. She got her ass handed to her. She has a little bitty, tiny, crappy built house in another town far away, and he went and bought a really nice place with his money. So she's kind of been out of shape. That her philosophy in divorcing him to get a richer husband hasn't worked, and I guess she was going off on Lorelai last night about it. So
Yeah.
big diver,
She,
yeah,
she need to carry her ass over to Saudi Arabia and get treated like a princess.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
beat the hell.
You guys have all met her. You guys have all met her. So I know you've met her.
I know what you're talking about.
So that's the gossip for today. The best BS on the internet. So,
And we was trying to hook her up with who?
Dennis. Trying to hook her up. Dennis wanted to, and I warned Dennis.
Me and Kiko have the best memories on the site.
You do. I told Dennis in chat and private message, look, not, all she's after is the money.
Mm-hmm.
But he liked how these didn't jiggle, I guess, or how they did. I don't know. But so they chatted for a while. Then I guess when she figured out that he smartly, because I like Dennis, wasn't going to just her, she
Not after Cat.
and look, and this is going to be mean and cruel for any and all women listening, which I know there's not. But what makes you think that your old ass, two childbearing ass, plastic surgery ass, is worth us giving you all of our money? And that's for anyone, right? Did I hear an amen?
Amen. Sounds like somebody I know.
I'll take my chances at the casino.
Hell yeah. Yes, Kiko.
I don't know where the heifers get off at. I know where they can go.
That's it. But I do think it's funny. Jack, who's that guy that we were talking about? The guy that talks to the women about, wait a minute. So you think your man ought to make 250 grand, but you weigh 200 pounds and have 3 kids by 5 different baby daddies, and you want a man that's going to support and take care of you and pay, who, remember that?
I think I've heard that.
Yeah, it's a guy on the internet. He's really funny. These women call in and say, well, I don't understand why. And he's like, well, let's look at this. And so you're telling me you weigh 200 pounds and you're 5 foot and you got 3 kids by 3 different baby daddies. So that means you're used and you're out of shape and you want a man who makes 250 grand a year. He is funny because he's brutal.
Then I would ask her the question. Look, my dear, would you use a used tampon? Because that's what you are.
You gotta rinse it out.
I can't remember what he calls them, but he basically calls them like something like that. He has some, and I can't remember his name for the life of him. He's a very good-looking dressed guy. He's probably maybe 50 to 60, I think. Very good looking guy, very well put together. But he has
Sounds like
room for them.
mhm.
That's like a lot of mistakes that foreigners do, and they come here and they just start balling out and throwing money left and right.
I'm
And
screaming.
this girl, this lavish lifestyle, and she's so used to it. And she gets to the States and sees the grass is much greener on the other side.
Yeah.
Well, Jack, I do this. I do like to spread the money around, but I'm giving it to people who otherwise wouldn't have it or get it. Not to no heifers.
Mhm.
I don't give it to women per se. I give it to poor people.
Well, but what I think is funny about all of this is us men, look, and I'm going to be honest with you. I've dated a lot of beautiful women in my life. Even being a fat asshole, I've dated a lot of nice chicks. Because once you get past my bullshit, I'm actually not a bad guy. So, but we got to be realistic.
Keep it real.
I'm not Tom Cruise. Well, thank God, because he's kind of nuts. But you know what I'm point. And so I tell men, you need to fish in your own pond so that you can be happy. You know, realistically, I'm not going to go marry Tom Brady's ex-wife. You know what I mean? Who has millions upon millions of dollars and is beautiful and gorgeous and all that. She ain't going to give me the time of the day because I'm fat, I'm old, a little lazy. You know what I mean? So why do women think, and why do women think that men would do that for them when they wouldn't do that for the man?
Because they think we just stuck on stupid on that tender trap. You know what the tender trap is?
The thing between their leg.
That's it.
Oh, that's something that guy says. So you're telling me that, I can't remember what word he uses, but the thing between your leg is worth $250,000 after pushing out 3 kids by 3 baby daddies?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
That's right, Nico. I'm humble.
I can get me a nice Lambo for that kind of money.
You got park a
Right.
Lambo with that, mofo.
You know, so I mean, let's think about that realistically. Is some hot and super chick gonna want to date a fat old guy? Not unless I got money.
Mhm.
Only money.
You ever thrown a box into the back of an open U-Haul?
Say that
I
again.
tell her, I
You
would
ever
tell her
thrown
like,
a box into the back of an empty U-Haul?
There you go.
I look at the heifer like this. Bitch, how many Pringles can you eat?
And if they know the answer, there's a problem.
Can you follow me?
Right, Ronald? If they say Pringles, what do you mean Pringles? What are Pringles? All right. But if they say, well, I can eat 3 cans of the sour cream and onion, you got a problem.
At the same time.
Yeah.
At the same
But hey, at $2 a can, maybe that means they can afford their own. I don't know.
These heifers are delusional.
Hot dog meat in the hallway. Woohoo! You know.
Now, I will buy a used car if it's got low miles.
Yes.
But if you got 3 kids coming out of that snatch and you ain't contributing to the fun, no.
That's it.
Uh-uh.
And look, I've watched him, and he's had some beautiful young girls on there. And I mean, in their early 20s, they've gone through college, they have good careers, and they're asking the advice of like, well, I'm really, you know, from in this context, I would really like to find a man who makes, you know, $1, $2, $3, $4, $5 million. So how can I do that being 22 years old, physically fit, very, you know, good looking with an education? And so he tells them how to do that too, though. He said, 1, stay physically fit, don't have any damn kids. You know, you run into the circles, you know, and then the other big thing he tells them is, which I like, is American men don't want to marry a bitch.
Mm.
Why do you think so many goes to
Some
Southeast
people
Asia?
do. Some people do. If
You?
they're like loaded, and the rich, and the girl's like a 9 or 10. But me, you know, I'm sure a lot of people out there, well, some, but I'm sure all us can come to a consensus. Like, if the girl's like a 10 and her attitude's about a
2.
she's about a 3. Bye.
Well, I saw a video today talking about some of this where they had a group of guys, and I don't know who he was. It was some white guy, he was apparently a former athlete or some shit, and these young girls who thought they were super hot looking for millionaire husbands was one girl asked him, said, well, if a girl was, and he's 44, 45, that if the girl was a 10 out of 10, but you didn't have any chemistry and like her personality, would you still go out with her? And I loved his answer. His answer was so true because we've all been here, been there. He's like, well, it depends on how old I am. If I was 20, I wouldn't give a shit about whether we had chemistry or liked each other. I would date her and have fun. He said, but at 44, there's no way in hell that's going to happen because I'm not putting up with it. So, like Tim says, attitude's very important. You know, we would rather be a 5 out of a 10 and be compatible and happy than a 10 out of 10 and be miserable. At least I would.
Me personally, if you can't take one fucking joke, you out of there.
I agree.
Because if you ain't got a sense of humor, like they say, oh, we want men with a sense of humor. Well, bitch, you better be able to catch a joke.
No, they want a sense of humor in their own way.
Yeah.
Kiko, I have to go to bed. Everybody say bye to Kiko.
See you later, Kiko.
Kiko needs his beauty rest, and we know that he really, really, really needs it.
I know what Kiko gonna try that new fishing rod out.
That's right. He's going to be dreaming about that fishing rod. You know, Mrs. Kiko may find out about that fishing rod.
She's gonna learn today.
Kiko, appreciate you, buddy.
See you, Kiko. Use them new lures.
But I do. I just think some of that is so funny.
They delusional. I mean, they must think. Well, some of them do. That we men are so stupid and locked into just having tits and ass and pussy that we don't think independently about other things.
Yeah, they think we don't care what they think that the thing between their legs is that we want it so badly that we will forego any of the other crap. And it's not true. There's too many women out there. Why pick a fat, old, ugly chick just to get laid when there's too many other women out there? But that's what women think. Men think. Oh, it doesn't matter. And I like Tim's comment. If the lady is a 10, why is she looking at you? That's my point. For a lot of these Americans and foreigners picking up Filipinas, look, if you're old and ugly like me and you want to go find a 20-year-old Filipina, that Filipina only wants one thing from you. So I met a Filipina that was much closer to my age in my own damn pond, and we will be married for the next 400 years unless she doesn't get an anniversary gift. Then there may not be
the anniversary of 4,000 years.
Yeah,
it better not be no damn fishing rod.
That's right.
No, you better be pulling out a fucking volcano or something.
Yeah, a damn planet or something like that.
A whole planet.
Yeah.
Well, there may be a whole lot more to go.
Uranus and the sun. Here you go.
Here you go. You want your own island? Here, baby.
My man Tim says, I've never gone out with any better than Nate. I'm not to brag, but, you know, I am a stud. And I don't believe it or not, this fat, ugly guy is attracted a lot of, when I was younger, not now, I'm married, obviously.
Yes.
But I used to have long, beautiful hair. You know, I used to bench press 400 pounds. I was still fat and ugly, but you know, I've dated a couple of tens. I mean, and I hated them.
Never had it. Never had a 10. Never wanted a 10.
Yeah.
Never. I know what those heifers come with baggage.
Oh
Never.
yeah, baby
Well,
daddy drama.
in my
Stalker.
early 30s, I dated this girl who was a 10 without a question, and she was a country girl. My God, that girl drove my ass crazy. I think I was 10 years older than her. And I thought,
Farted louder.
how can you be this freaking stupid? How can you be this dumb at 21 years old or whatever it was?
Take get an eye exam. Like, oh,
Now I long for hair. Me too. I told Lorelai today, guys, because Lorelai won't let me shave my head, you know. She says, "Oh, only ugly people like Ronald has their hair shaved." No, that's not true. But no, she actually thinks Ronald's a handsome looking man. But
Says who?
my wife, and she says, "Well, Ronald's Jack's the ugly one." So,
Oh,
but my brother, in seriousness, my brother, he's Jack 180 pounds heavier. You know, him and I could be twins.
Jack say, I'm gonna turn my camera off. All right, bye.
mm,
My brother is only 3 years older than me. There you go. He shaves his head, and he used to have nice Italian-looking hair, you know, thick black hair. But he shaves his head because he lost all of his hair. And I would do it just because I don't mind being bald. It doesn't bother me a squatting bit. But Lorelai won't let me. But today I cut my own hair because I'm too cheap to pay somebody.
Oh, no,
And
that's right.
yeah, I got to buy fishing poles.
God damn it.
But I told her today, I said, I'm having more and more trouble getting my trimmers to cut my hair. And what I'm finding out is my good hair, my thick good hair is getting smaller amounts. And the rest is filling in with like old man hair, where it's real thin and wispy.
And
So
like,
I'm starting to get old man hair.
it's all good.
I don't
I'm
know.
telling you.
if you get that surgery, they take a patch of skin out the back of your head, all the hair, just implant it up front.
I knew a guy.
Like a late-
I knew a
like-
guy that did the hair plugs. Tim says, girlfriend cuts my hair and trims my beard. Lorelai does mine too. She does. Usually
I do my own.
Lorelai does it, yeah. But my problem is Lorelai takes too much pleasure in it. You know, I think she really likes it, you know. So
Yeah.
sometimes like today I do it myself. I think she enjoys it too much. It's kind of like I have to take injections. And in the beginning, Lorelai's like, "Oh, I'll do it." And I'm like, "Why don't you just let me do it?" No, you need help. I'm like, "No, I really don't need help giving myself injections." But thank you. I think she enjoys it too much.
Hair.
When she's out at work, go out and get a wig, a toupee or something like that. Put it on.
What?
See what she does when she comes home.
Well, that's what I told her. I'm going to start buying man wigs. Not a toupee because that's kind of weird. I'm going to buy a wig like what they had back in England, man. I'm going to get a freaking wig. I'm talking about like Hulk Hogan, you know, or that
Get one
guy.
of those powdered wigs.
Yeah, that or what do those rock stars do? They buy the bandana that has the hair sewed into the bandana in the back, you
There you
know,
go.
and they walk around with long hair like Hulk Hogan.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm going to do. Who's that? Shawn Michael or somebody like that? The guy from remember the like Poison or whoever? That guy.
Or you can just grow it really long in the back and grow like a mullet or a skullet, whatever you want to call it.
Gentlemen.
Well,
Remember, hair is like youth. We had it, we used it, we enjoyed it. Get over it.
Yep.
Ain't no going back.
It's like just like an ex.
It's the circle of life. When you're born as a baby, you have this really fine, weird little hair, right? And then when you're old, you have the same damn hair.
Yep.
And back wearing diapers.
That's right. And you're back wearing diapers.
So get over it. Enjoy the rest of this here journey. My brother David was in a coma. I understand. I'm following his life path. He been through some shit. I ain't letting nothing stop me now.
It's a good plan, man. And I preach that and tell people all the time. One, I do think you got to look out for your health, even though I tried, it didn't work. But I told my brother Johnny, we were talking about it on the phone. He was talking about they want to go on a cruise to Greece and Italy and all that shit. And I said, well, that's what I was trying to get Lorelei for. I was just going to do it next September at the end of the 10th year, start of the 11th year. You know what I mean? Because we don't have time and issues right now. So, and he's like, yeah, we were going to do that on our 25th wedding anniversary. He's been married 28 years, but it just didn't happen. Like, so we thought about maybe doing it on our 30th or our 35th, 40th. And I told him, I said, shit, you ain't going to have 50 years. You better go pack the bags and do it now while you both physically can do it.
Right.
And Ronald, and I tell people this, one of my big problems when we moved to the Philippines was my ankle from the reconstruction surgery was not healed. And that was a gigantic problem for us in the Philippines.
Oh, I know.
Because I couldn't walk. So I told my brother, the man, you better pack your shit and go to Italy tomorrow.
Yeah. Because you don't know what kind of time you have to wait.
You know.
You don't. You don't have the time. Now, there's an old song back in the day, SOS Band. Now, the song, the lyrics says, now, baby, we can do it. Take the time, do it right. But understand the flow of the word. Take your time. That don't mean take your time. It means take
the time.
Take the time.
Yeah.
Not just take your time. No, take it.
And I think that's what you have to do, Ronald. Like you've done it to get to the Philippines. You made it happen. I mean, Tony did it so that he could go into the Philippines.
Michael did it. Tim did it.
Yeah.
Scotty did it.
Yep. And I know a lot of other guys have done it in different ways, shapes, and forms.
Yeah. Jack did it. He didn't know it, but he did
it. And Jack can't escape now. So he's still doing years.
But take your time. Don't take it. Take, possess your time.
That's right.
Is the word. Don't just take your time, hurry up, blah, blah, blah. No, take it.
Because time, there is no time guarantee anywhere, anyway, shape and or form.
There really is no time. So
there is no time.
You take.
And we all know that because we see like that shooting in Georgia just the other day. 4 people died at school. Their time's over in the blink of a shot, right? And 2 high school kids and 2 adults. So, and how many people die prematurely in accidents, So the time that you do have, Ronald, you do have to take it.
Take it.
And look, and I'm one of these people.
Most healthiest and fittest mofos on earth and fall dead the next day of a heart attack.
Right. And I'm one of these people that believe that if you take your time and you go do path A and path A takes you to path B and C and E and whatever else, nothing wrong with that.
I
No.
don't know what my path is, but
Take your time. That's what you do. Now,
Yeah.
there's no such thing as make. Tim, you cannot make time. You just have to take whatever time you have. You can't make it up.
No, but what you
It's
can
made.
do is stop your own personal life, and that's kind of what I'm sure Tim references, is you stop your life and you take
No.
the time. Because if you
No.
don't stop and make an effort to snatch that time, then you'll never take it.
Because no one can make time.
Well, I got to watch. I can.
No. Okay, tell me how. Tell me how you make time.
No, you can't make it, but you can make yourself take it.
You make yourself available to take
That's
the
right.
time.
And I'm sure that's what Tim references. Is
Tim, don't get me started. You can make pancakes. You can make biscuits.
I
But
can
you
take
cannot
biscuits,
make time.
but I can take biscuits. I like
Well,
them.
you,
I steal them from the buffet all the time.
you can make them and take them, but you can't make time. How? Where? When?
you can grow it.
Grow it.
You can't.
Rearrange how you use your time, Jack.
You can't do that either.
Well, you can if you're Italian.
No, you can only take it. Listen, you can only take the time. You can't do nothing else with it.
What about T.H. White? I mean,
And if time, there's no such thing as time, how can you make it?
Well, I see Italians use it on their sauces all the time.
Well, fanguglio.
Sprinkle thyme on there. You know, Lorelai likes it on her salmon. So
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
yeah, I know.
oh my goodness gracious, great balls of holy fart fires. So
Well, Tim, I don't know how you're gonna make it. You're gonna have to show me.
well, it just means rearranging and doing what you're saying.
Schedule.
What? Who do what?
I think the key is to take advantage of it. It's kind of like I was, we plan on moving next year. We don't know when exactly, but like when we do, when we buy our house in Alabama, we will have a window where Lorelai won't have a job more than likely. So instead of going in September on the cruise we want to go on, I may snatch that time that she has where she's not working so that we can go on the cruise. You see what I mean? So I think you got
Yes.
to take advantage of it when it comes up.
Take it. That's the advantage. Take it.
Time, the concept of time is actually abstract.
Right. And exactly. So if you have an abstract, you can take it, but you cannot make it.
But Professor, is that what he did meant when he said take that, take that?
Yeah, that's what he meant. Take that, take that. You stupid. You know you stupid, right?
Yep.
Take it until you shake it, baby.
Take
Baby.
That's why Diddy in trouble now. Take that.
Mm-hmm.
He's still hiding and running. Oh, we got my girl Alice. She
Oh,
couldn't
yeah,
get away.
they-
They caught
Alice
Alice ass. Yeah. I know they was gonna get her.
Mm-hmm.
She thought she was a U.S. citizen and could run to Indonesia. No, you trying?
I saw that. They got her happy ass. They gonna guard her back to the Philippines?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's back already.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if she has enough money to bribe her way out, or do you think she's actually going to get hammered?
Well, she said something like she didn't have enough money.
I'm so stupid that I don't even know how stupid
Stupid is as stupid does.
it was, Mama said.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, yeah, that was that blonde chick I dated who was a country girl. She's so stupid she didn't know how stupid she was. I'm talking about, oh my God. But
That's I had one like that too.
well, at the college level, we always have people running around, especially PhDs, going, a little knowledge can be dangerous. And I look at them and go, yeah, and a lot of knowledge in one subject can be deadly.
Mhm.
Right.
Because they want to brag about their PhDs. Oh, but now you have a little knowledge, you can be dangerous. You have a lot of knowledge in one subject, like microbiology, can be deadly, you morons.
Can we say Wuhan?
So she's back in the Philippines, back in prison, or do you think she's going to get hammered, or you think they're going to?
They know she's a little player, a little fish.
Right, and they're trying to get, because what they're
Yeah.
accusing her of is espionage, right? Working for the Chinese government.
That and money laundering, human trafficking.
Yeah,
She got a couple of hits.
yeah. Well, I
So
know they
they're
have.
going hard.
Yeah,
Tim, it's raining again.
rain, let the rains fall.
Do you know actually Filipinos love the rainy season more than the regular season?
Yes.
So you go out and play
All day long. Because right now it's 70 something degrees and nobody has to go to Baguio to get it.
Yep. That's it. And if they need to take a shower, they can just go outside.
Just go outside.
Yeah.
You know,
Forget
that's
the
a
bucket
great shower.
method. Just steps outside, get a little soap, and you're good to go. Usually, but hey, it's
Water
not,
bill next month gonna be 100 pesos.
that's it. Look, I've washed my car in the rain before. I thought it was a brilliant idea. It's raining. I'm wet. Let me just wash the damn car.
Unlike in America, when you can capture the water, what?
Mm-hmm.
I know, man.
They're acting like it's like given away by the government.
Only in America.
Only in America. And you be robbed by the government. Only in
Only in
America.
America, in some states, you can marry your cousin, your first cousin. Right?
First cousin, second cousin, third cousin, all the same week.
Oh man, I guess I'm proper now. Hold on here. Let me see what I can do. Oh, what's up, ladies?
Woo!
Uh,
Look at that. Styling and profiling like he's from the 1970s. Woo! Look at
it's
that.
chilly. Yeah, it's chilly out there, so I had to throw the turtleneck. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
but are those flare bottoms? Pants?
No, these are regular straight up khakis, man.
Oh, they kind of look like a flare bottom there. I thought you were doing the.
Oh, no, that's not flare. That's just regular.
All right. Well, I thought you were styling and profiling some bell bottoms.
Oh, no.
I've seen some pictures of some Filipinos wearing some bell bottoms. I'm like, huh?
The females only.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no niggers running around with no bell bottoms.
Yeah.
No.
The dampness is killing my back today. Oh, yeah. I can imagine.
Yeah, you know I had to clean the room up, man.
It looks good. You got some matching bedding going on. You got a chair to sit in
The
now.
whole nine. I had to go buy sheets and pillows and pillowcases and
You got to make it a comfortable spot for the woman.
well, this is my only spot where I can do all my masturbating.
Why do you have to do that in the Philippines?
Cause baby, we can do it. Take your time. Oh, they got the moisturizer.
Oh my goodness.
I don't do that down here because it's too many eyes.
What's that?
Well, just
That's
go
what I
down the street. All you gotta do is get a few pesos and you can get somebody to help you.
You
That's
don't
it
need
for all
that.
fans.
You save the money.
Right.
That could be that whole little escapade right there with that woman. Could have been a whole Red Bull.
Well, maybe that's
Why?
how Jack can make a living in the Philippines. He could be a
Ah.
gigolo.
Well, if you don't get a Red Bull, then get you a Cobra
Mm. Or a Sting.
or a Sting. Oh, I heard Chris Renton was back up online. Who hit me up with that? Was it Scotty B?
Mm.
No. Mike Whitcomb. He said Chris was up and running. Oh, be still, damn it.
Well, damn it, we're lucky that our chat didn't get into the gutter 4 hours ago before we even start, man. So,
Hey, you know, I'm a clown by nature. Look, Jack, he's about as big as me now. Look at it.
yeah, you guys look to be about the same size,
Yeah. What's going on over there, youngster?
but you're taller than Jack, right?
Oh, hell no. Jack taller than me.
Is he?
I'm 6 foot.
Okay.
I'm only 5'11".
Well, that's right. I mean, get you some platform shoes and nobody would notice.
There's some platform slippers.
Who do you think I am? Who do you think I am? Ron DeSantis?
Yeah. They all need that.
No, but when you got broad shoulders, you don't need to do. Look, me and Jack got broad shoulders. When you stand up, your shoulders do the rest. If you slope shoulder, I can't even do slope shoulder.
Are you trying to tell me you got broad shoulders? Are you trying to feed me you got broad shoulders?
No, what I'm saying is people like me and Jack can take the weight of the world. Right here.
I take it
We've
right.
been doing it. Jack's been doing it this long.
Mhm.
Yeah, man. Yeah. But if you can
Dave,
put the
I'm not
world
going to do any piggyback rides. Don't
Right,
get me
right.
wrong.
But if you sit up proper, you look like a tall man. Oh. I'm waiting on my driver so we can go out in the rain and get my iCard and passport.
Nice. Well, you look good for it.
I have to. The girls are pretty there.
Yeah. That's what I mean.
And you're
It's
getting an
easy.
SSRV suit? Oh.
I know, man. I gotta put on some perfume and shit.
And say, that's right, baby. I can afford to do this. Would you like my phone number?
Well, it's already paid for. I spent what? $7,900.
Yep.
Because it's 2 months, of course.
Well,
I end up,
we've been here about 2.5 hours, so it's about time for us to get off of here.
Right on.
So I'm over my limit. You know, I'm only allowed to be on the internet for only 2 hours a week, as my wife says.
All right, Tim. Close your eyes. I got my rag, but you better go and do something.
Oh my God, man! I don't know why. Oh my goodness, you poor things, man! I
Y'all
think
know
this
I'm
life
the class
is
clown.
for PG to do. Oh my God! So
Well, y'all know I'm the class clown, so
You got to keep the product fresh.
y'all know that right.
all right, my friends. See you next week. Hopefully, we'll have something interesting to do next week.
I'm gonna see if I can find a Hawaiian shirt as I'm a non-YouTube judge.
That's right. That's right. We need to find one more, and then we need to find another tuber judge. Tim,
All right, Tim.
Oh, wait. Tim has a question for you real quick.
After the 2-month extension,
All right, guys.
All right.
Ciao. Whoop, whoop.